Khazix is probably one of the most important champions build-wise, and that's why I'm gonna tell you guys to not skip the build part, because I tried out Khazix many different times. Every time he was pretty strong, but it felt so much different, the power levels, and I found the build that makes him the strongest by far, okay? I'm gonna explain to you guys what it is, and I'm gonna explain to you guys the other stuff that you shouldn't build, because they changed Mana Mune, right? They made Muramana so much better. They changed Essence Reefer, it's so much better now. But I tried it on Khazix. You may think, right? Like, you may think if you build a Yumo's Ghostblade into a Mana Mune, into an Essence Reefer, you're gonna be a late game powerhouse. The answer is no, you're not. And, you know, if you build, what is this item called? Collector, it's so good. No, it's not. It's not. The individual collector could potentially be decent on Khazix, but the combination of going for this late game type of approach really sucks on Khazix. I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. I've tried it multiple times. It really doesn't work. I mean, okay, it can work, but it's not better than lethality. The way you want to build Khazix, this is the way you want to build Khazix. You start off with the Boots of Dynamism, right? You get movement speed, you can gank, you get armor penetration, attack damage, great. And always as your first item, Yumo's Ghostblade. You don't even debate with this. Reason being is the movement speed. You want to be moving around on the map a lot and ganking a lot. Now it becomes a little bit situational. Let me explain. If you are like 3-0, you're snowballing the game, or at the very least you're ahead. The item you're gonna go is a Duskblade of Draktar. This is like my item 80% of the times. Even if you're not ahead, as long as you're not losing, Duskblade is gonna be a very, very good choice. Because Duskblade gives you maximum damage. It really gives you maximum damage. It's the perfect item for Khazix. If the enemies have a Karma, you're gonna have to go for a Serpent Fang. Or if they, if they have a lot of shielding, you are gonna have to go for Serpent Fang. Incredibly important. So if you go for Serpent Fang second, you can still go for Duskblade third. Again, if you're snowballing, but now, if you go for Duskblade third item, you do have to be sort of ahead. If you're not ahead, don't go for it. Instead, just go for, Siruta's Grudge, Black Cleaver. These are going to be the later game items. But if you're really snowballing and you reach third item, go for the Duskblade. And you're going to one-shot the enemies. Like, the bonus damage it gives you, especially when you're snowballing, is huge. You never build an Essence Reefer. Never. Like, it's just totally not worth it on Khazix. Totally not worth it. Never a Mana Mune either. Just, like, I tried it. Don't do it. For the enchantment, Stasis Enchant is great. Reason being is because, the way you play Khazix is you jump in, you kill someone and you jump out, right? Like, that's the ideal situation. But let's say you jump in and the enemy stasises. What the hell are you gonna do? You can become invisible, sure. But let's say they put down a control ward. What the hell are you gonna do? Nothing. There is nothing you can do because you cannot jump away and you're not invisible. The one thing you can do is stasis. So get a stasis for those particular situations where you don't get that kill and you don't get away with your invisibility. I know it's not gonna happen too often, but it is gonna happen. You're gonna think you're a god Khazix, you're always gonna avoid the situation. No, you're not. You are not. It is gonna happen, it's gonna happen to you, it happens to me, it happens to everyone. So get yourself a Stasis Enchant and put your ego aside. Next up, yeah, so in the later game, now we're talking about, third, fourth, fifth item, it becomes situational. Siruta's Grudge is always good, just like a Mortal Reminder. You go Mortal Reminder against healing, otherwise you go Siruta's Grudge. The reason that I love Siruta's Grudge especially is, of course, the slowing with the first ability, but mainly, what I love about it is in the late game, I generally take my enhanced second ability, sometimes my ultimate, but when I do take my enhanced second ability, which is like 90% of the games, the Siruta's Grudge slow is disgusting combined with the slow that your second ability already gives. You're really gonna slow the hell down of the enemies. It's super good. Make sure you got a Black Cleaver, by the way, in the later stages of the game, because everyone is gonna have a lot of armor, unless you're against like a really squishy combo. Okay, let's say the enemies have a Garen and 4 squishies. So they have a Garen, an Evelyn, an Orianna, a Janna, and a Jinx. In this situation, you can still build a Siruta's Grudge, but then you're gonna shift the Siruta's Grudge to your fourth item, you're gonna build a Duskblade, and you're gonna build an Edge of Night as your last item. You're gonna go 4 lethality items in this particular situation. You're just gonna ignore the Garen, you're never gonna go on the Garen, and you're always gonna be diving their backlines. That's what you do in that particular situation. Otherwise, you're just gonna be much better off going for the safer approach, which is the Black Cleaver, Siruta's Grudge, and Guardian Angel. Even if you do mess up, your Guardian Angel got your back. This is like the normal Khazix build. But if you're against squishies, you go for that other one. Then let's talk about the runes. Incredibly important. First Strike. Really good rune on Khazix. You can go Electrocute, you can go Conqueror against tanks, but I love First Strike because it just does so much more damage and it gives you a lot of gold on Khazix. Khazix really does a lot of damage, and also in the late game, you don't even have to go in to get a lot of gold and a lot of damage with First Strike. The poking of your second ability alone already does so much damage that it makes the First Strike worth it. It's just such a good rune for Khazix. Then you go for the Precision Tree, not the Domination Tree, you go for the Precision Tree. Precision Tree is much better later on in the game. And the only rune you really need from the Domination Tree is this one, the Sudden Impact. But let's talk about it. Gathering Storm for the late game, because Brutal is useless. Triumph you don't care about, Gathering Storm, just to get that late game power. Coup de Grace. This one is really nice for finishing off enemies. Giant Slayer, of course, if you're against tanks, but you don't really want to pick Kha'zix into tanks in the first place, so you're basically never supposed to go for Giant Slayer. But yes, Coup de Grace is very nice. Here you go for Bloodline. For some reason, Omnivamp is really nice on Kha'zix. Like, he does so much damage. So having that little bit of Omnivamp is really going to help you up, because when you take jungle, when you attack enemies, you're going to heal up. Like, you're going to be full HP again. So you're not going to be struggling with being half-life all the time. And for the last one, as I said, you go for the Domination Tree and you go for Sudden Impact. This is the big damage. Every time you exit stealth from your ultimate, you get bonus armor penetration. Every time you jump with your third ability, you get armor penetration. It's really strong, the Sudden Impact. Very strong rune on Khazix. Literally the best rune in the game for Khazix. You have to be careful though, because as you can see, this is like a full damage, full in your face build. You have to have good positioning, but all of that I'm gonna show you right now in the gameplay. Alright, let's see. So it's the 1st of August right now. I was supposed to pick skin winners today, but I am lazy, so I'm probably gonna pick them tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, I'll pick them and then I'll let you guys know. I'll put them in the pinned comment and everything like that. For this month, I'm gonna give away 3 more skins, because why the hell not? What? Why the hell not? All you have to do is put down a comment under this video. I want to give you some additional information. This was... So I played Khazix when they changed Mana Mune in Essence Reefer, which was like, I believe like 2 months ago. And then the new patch came out with the new runes. I played Khazix only once with the new runes, which is this gameplay right here. I was duoing with Tatsu, I believe. Yeah, with Tatsu. He's the Jax. Yeah. I played a good Khazix this game. What can I say? However, this game was a rough game. You will see in the late game, because Veigar is one of those champions I really hate playing Kha'zix into, because a good Veigar, and this enemy Veigar was pretty good, is gonna use his cage to either stop you from going in or to stop you from going out. So against this situation, what do you need? Stasis. That's right, you need a stasis. And oh, it was just so rough this game to find opportunities to go in. So let me bring you in the mindset of how to play Khazix, okay? Playing Khazix is like playing Katarina, right? It's obviously different, but in the way that you don't want to go in first. Unless you can one-shot an enemy, okay? Unless you can one-shot an enemy, you don't go in first. You let your team go in. Your team does their thing. The enemies waste their ultimates. Then you find the isolated Varus in the backline. I'm just giving you an example. That's when you jump in. Boom! One-shot the Varus and go right back out. And then you wait. Isolated Senna. Boom! You jump in and you can... So like right here, right here, I have no idea what happened, by the way. I have no idea what the hell happened. How did I mess it up? What I really wanted to do, I wanted to flash and then jump. But for some reason, my finger slipped, I jumped and then I flashed. You never want to do it like I did right there. You always want to flash and then you jump. This was just, I have no idea how my finger slipped like that. Let's see, I'm trying to help my Orianna right here. He did flash, so it's fine. It's fine, he wasted his flash, so I took my upgraded first ability. There's nothing else to do right here. Unless he really goes too far, which he did. He did go too far. I want that Veigar, but his cage, this is what I mean. His cage was beautiful, but very nicely, my Orianna got the kill, but then Orianna got killed as well. I couldn't do anything here. Veigar played it perfectly. He used his cage to stop me from going in. So unfortunately, I was just not able to help the Orianna. And these are the types of struggles you're gonna have with Khazix against certain champions. You just can't go in. You can't go in or you can't go out, and Veigar is the biggest example of that. Wukong is also a pretty good champion into Khazix, by the way. He can use his own clone to de-isolate himself, which is really annoying. By the way, yesterday I was playing with my Rubik's Cube. And you wanna see what happened? Wait, let me show you what happened. Yep. It exploded in my hands. And all of the pieces, you can see that. All of the pieces, there's many more pieces here, fell off. So I don't have a Rubik's Cube anymore, and my ADHD is getting triggered like crazy. I have to be playing with something. Like, every time I make a video, I'm playing with this cube all the time. Just because my hands need to do something. And now I can't. Like, I'm playing with this thing right now. I'm trying to find a way to set us. Oh, look at this disgusting little gank right here. I already ganked Singed before. And I just ganked him again. This is a little tactic that you can do as a jungler, which is highly effective, but I almost never see. So what you can do is you gank a lane, for example, Baron lane, and then you do like you use your sweeper to make sure the enemy doesn't have vision. You wait right here in that bush right there, and you get another kill. You gank the top laner again. It is so easy, because very likely the enemy... Oh, he's an easy kill. Another easy kill. Very likely why it's gonna work is because when you gank the enemy Baron laner, he's probably gonna flash, and then, you know, you get the kill or you don't. Let's say you don't get the kill, okay? The enemy Baron laner goes back. You can still pull this trick off. You can wait in that bush, and then together with your Baron laner, you can gank him. And if you do that, trust me, besides the fact that it's a kill, you are gonna destroy the mantle of the enemy Baron laner. You're gonna destroy his mantle. He's gonna get so mad at his team, right? He's gonna start trash talking his jungler. He's gonna start trash talking his mid laner. He's gonna start trash talking everyone, which makes him mad, his teammates mad. And what's gonna happen if they're all mad? They're gonna play worse, right? They're gonna start insulting each other, and, you know, you and your team are just having fun and playing much better together. Here you can see I decided to not fight, because Khazix takes objectives really, really fast. So as I can see, Calm and Collective took the Rift Herald. I don't really care that anyone died. Oh, baby, look at that damage. Flash? Oh. If that cage would have gone down, it would have killed me, by the way. You can see everything is going nice and well right now. Up until now, this is nice. I've played a good game of Khazix. Everything seems to be an easy game, huh? I wanna make sure you guys are hearing seems to be an easy game, because it does seem to be an easy game. But oh boy, Varus is another champion that you like Varus and Senna. Sure, they're squishy, but a good Varus and a Senna are gonna be able to deal with you when you're playing Khazix, because Varus can root you with that ultimate. Senna can root you with her second ability. They can stop you in your tracks. These are champions that can stop you. Jinx is another example. She has tools to stop you. Wow, I think he was backporting right there. But like Ezreal, for example, this is a champion that has no tools to do anything against you, right? Like Ezreal is another example. He cannot do anything. But like these enemies do have counters against me. Oh, I stole it. Like here you can see I'm just getting caught by this Veigar ult, by this Veigar cage. I stole the red buff. I would have jumped out and survived. But Veigar's cage, here I realized I needed a stasis. I realized I needed that stasis enchant now, by the way. And I think I'm gonna build it right now. Like after 2 items, instant stasis. Because I realized this is the only thing that can kill... Well, it really isn't, because Varus can also kill me. But like, I felt like I could outplay the Varus. But Veigar, you can't really outplay that cage. It's like, sure you can bait it out, but it's just... If he's a good Veigar, he's not gonna get baited. He's just gonna cage you, right? He's just gonna focus on you, cage you. And even though you're invisible, you're within his cage. You're like an invisible rat in his cage. You know, at some point you're gonna show up and he's still gonna kill you. They are both isolated. Jump. Come on. Boom. I stole it. I stole it, baby. Oh, I'm so... Like, it feels so good to steal away enemy jungles. It feels so good to make the lives miserable of the enemies. Again, like now that I'm rewatching this, it really looks like such an easy game up until now still. Like, this is such an easy game. Everything is going nice and smoothly, right? We're gonna win. Wow. And when the tides turned, oof. It's so funny how a game can suddenly just turn like crazy. But like now that I'm rewatching, I do see it coming. These enemies have a good comp against Khazix. Oh, by the way guys, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a like. Giving videos likes really supports the channel a lot. My channel reached 122,000 subscribers, by the way, so thank you all so much for subscribing as well. That is crazy. That is crazy, actually. 122,000. Wow. That can definitely fill up this kitchen, all these people. Damn. Thank you all so much. So, yeah, let's go back to the video. Okay, look. They're diving my turret. That was a horrible engage. You see, I didn't pay attention to the Veigar cage. I jumped right into it. I tried to get a kill because it resets my third ability now. I didn't get a kill. And when you don't get a kill, you're in trouble. Because then, like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what am I... Oh, kill him! Jump kill! Nice. This is how you play it. And now I could jump on him. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. You see? This is what you do as a Kha'zix. You get that kill to reset your third ability. And you go right back in. By the way, the way you want to evolve your abilities... Always, the first one is going to be your first ability. Always. It doesn't matter what game you are in. And the second evolve is 95% of the time is going to be your third ability. 95. I would say 5% would be your second ability. Only against like a full tank composition. Where you just want to bully them and slow them. Otherwise, you always take your third ability. Here I want to kill the Veigar. There he is. All your damage. It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm in the cage. I'm in the cage. The cage. The cage is so annoying. I need a stasis. Like, what can I do against that cage? I became invisible. That's what I can do. But it's not enough. The cage stays there for so long. Man. That cage. Like here, I think here is where I really realized, okay, I need one thing, and that's a stasis. So hopefully I'm gonna build a stasis. Wait, no way. Singed? Okay, he's killed. Nice. Wait, I'm not building a stasis? I don't exactly remember this game, but did I really not build a stasis? Are you kidding me? There's one thing I need to do, and that is build a stasis. Why the hell am I not building a... Why do I not already have a stasis? Oh, Edge of Night. Edge of Night is not bad, but come on. I need stasis. Ooh. Look, I'm waiting patiently. Look, I'm not going in. Just waiting, you see? You just have to wait for the perfect moment. And when the perfect moment doesn't show up, you go out. You don't have to force yourself in. You just go out. I cannot go here. Oh, boy. Invisible. Just like you see, I just used my ultimate. And that was a really good ultimate. Like, normally you use your ultimate aggressively. But in situations like this, you can use your ultimate defensively as well. Oh, there's a Senna. But she's very... You know what happened? I flashed and then I saw Varus. I flashed and then I saw Varus. Finally, stasis. Good God. So I wanted to kill the Senna with my flash, which would have worked, but... I flashed and immediately Varus showed up. Tatsu is doing work here though. On the side lane. He's playing Jax really, really well. He's just split pushing, which is exactly what Jax wants to be doing up until like, you know, level 13. And then he can still split push, but then he's gonna be very strong in teamfights too. This Varus is a problem, by the way. He's a very big problem. My team is taking Dragon. And they got it, which is nice. Because the enemy jungler was dead anyways, so they just took it upon themselves and took the Dragon. Another thing you need to know about Kha'Zix, he takes jungle incredibly fast. Especially the isolated jungles, but in the late game he takes everything really fast. So what that means is you don't want to skip your jungle. Like you can see, I didn't immediately help my team. I very quickly took both my jungle camps and then I came. This way, I got myself like 400 gold. Man, my nose. He used stasis. Come on! Ah, if he's not isolated, I just don't do a lot of damage. It was a good dive. Oh, wait a minute. Look, invisible, kill. That's the beauty of the invisibility. And kill. This is the beauty of Kha'Zix, guys. You see? They just don't see it coming. You become invisible. You become invisible, you dive, and it's so easy because he was 1 HP. All I had to do was just jump on him and first ability. It's really easy. But your positioning is what matters. Like right here, look at my positioning again. I was waiting behind that wall because if Senna was isolated, I would jump right in and kill her. You see? Like you have to create those opportunities. You have to find them and create them. Because sometimes you'll find them, but sometimes you have to create them by just waiting patiently and going for them at the right moment. Oh, stealing away his red buff as well. I'm very confident here because I can just jump out. If they show up, I can just jump over the wall. I can even become invisible if I really have to. And here in this game, you can see I went for the Duskblade second item because I was dominating early game, as I told you guys, right? I went for Edge of Night third because of all the CC they have. And in this game, it is the correct call to do. I did need Edge of Night. However, I'm so mad at myself for not having a stasis. I'm so mad actually, because that's the one thing that I need to have. Every time I died 3 times, is because I didn't have stasis. Stasis would have saved me in every situation that I died. Literally every situation. Look, right here. I don't like that I did that. I don't like that I did that. Wait a minute, did you see that? I attacked the Wukong clone and I got my gold from the clone. The gold from the first strike. That's so funny. You can just attack the clone as many times as you want and get as much gold as you need from the first strike, which is really funny. Yeah, I checked out the first strike. I've already earned like 1350 gold from first strike, which is crazy, by the way. That's like an extra 100 gold per minute. That is crazy. Like, that is actually massive. First strike on Khazix is ridiculously powerful, just to give you more gold. It is ridiculously powerful. Of course, taking my jungle. Gonna take the Scuttle Crab as well. And then I have a choice to go back to my jungle or to gank mid lane. And I choose to go back. Of course, you have to jump over walls as well while you take jungle, because your third ability is on a pretty low cooldown anyway. So just use it like that to be more efficient in your jungle clears as well. He says, I don't think we can teamfight. I think he's right. Oh my god. Veigar went for Guardian Angel? So I cannot kill him anymore? Veigar just straight up went for Guardian Angel. Are you kidding me? No way. He went for Guardian Angel? I can't kill Veigar. Like, I actually straight up can't kill Veigar. I'm gonna wait for them to rotate to the Jax and then I'm gonna help him. Because this way I can isolate them. Like, you can see my strategy has changed a little bit, but they're not getting isolated. Look, this enemy is doing such a good job not getting isolated. Wow, that damage though. I did like 900 damage to that Wukong with one first ability. Crazy how much damage it does. Oh! Come on! Does that kill him? Stasis! Stasis! I flashed out of it instead. Which is fine as well. But I could have stasis. Stasis and I would have saved my flash. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed of that. Kill him. Whew. He used... Oh, he used Stone Plate, but then I used my invisibility to get right back at him. Stasis. What? Look at how sneaky I am. I'm trying to sneak in damage as much as I can. Okay, now I stasised. That's fine. And then we go in and we kill him, right? And now I'm just gonna one-shot him, aren't I? I swear to god, this Veigar is so annoying with his stasis, with his Guardian Angel, with everything. This Veigar is just countering me. It's so hard to play against that. It's so hard. But I just want to repeat how broken first strike is on Khazix, by the way. Why did he take my Scuttle Crab? Come on, man. Like, first strike is so broken on Khazix. It's crazy. By the way, I went right back to the gym. I've been gymming for like 3 weeks or a month or something like that now. I tried to do bench pressing again. I did like a 70 kilo bench press. My body weight is 67, so I did bench more than my body weight. My goal for this year is to at some point reach a 100 kilo bench press. That would be a banger. Like, imagine, you know, 100 kilos with my body weight especially, right? Like, I'm very lightweight because I'm also not very tall. I'm like 173 centimeters, 67 kilograms right now. So a 70 kilo bench, I mean, I don't want to say it's good, but it's not bad. But I want to reach 100 kilo. That would be a banger. It felt kind of light as well. But I didn't want to go up. I want to go steady. You know, it's just slow and steady. I don't want to injure myself. So I feel like I can get quite a lot higher after a couple weeks, you know. I'll keep you guys updated on that one as well. Because why the hell not? Oof, that Varus damage hurts though. You know why I didn't jump on the Vega? Because I knew he would cage. I literally knew he would cage. So I just didn't jump on him right there. Because I would have just gotten caught in the cage. Oh, walk out of the Varus ult. You can see how careful I am, right? You can see very clearly how careful I am with going in. I'm avoiding the Varus ults. I'm avoiding the cages. I'm trying to avoid all this stuff rather than just going in face first, right? I'm being very slow in this game. Very slow, but sometimes you have to be slow. Sometimes you have to be quick and go in, right? Like if you have a Malphite in your team, he ults in, boom, you follow up, right? But sometimes you have to be calm and collective and slow. I'm pinging my team to come Baron. No one seems to give a flying child friendly about me. So instead, I'm just farming the jungle. I have no idea why they're not coming Baron. We should take Baron and try to end the game. Because the later this game goes, the more in trouble we could potentially be. So I have no idea what they're all doing at the top side. Like no clue what they're doing. Again, I'm pinging Baron. I have nothing to do in this game. I don't need to farm. I want to do Baron. Like look at my gold. I have 4,000 gold. Tatsu finally showed up. So I'm gonna take Baron together with him. As long as he takes the damage reduction, I'll take it very fast. Yeah. Like you can see, he's doing a very good job right there. This is the difference between a good and smart player and a stupid team. Tatsu is a smart player, he took the damage reduction. One shot, surely that's a one shot. Of course. 411 gold from the first strike. 400, did you see that? 411 gold. Wow. Oh baby, I mean look at that damage. Yeah, now, yeah. Yeah. We are legendary. How much did I make from first strike? Please show it. I didn't show it. Probably something like 2,500 gold from the first strike. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. Let's take a look. Should be quite... You know what? It probably is not that much because I'm an assassin. But it still should be quite a decent chunk of damage. Wow, okay, never mind. 52,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. So yeah. By the order of HellsDevil, I say goodbye to you guys.